Let's look at raising and sending a quote in Hoowla. Now, a quote starts with recording a person's details. So let's click on People and then click on Create Person. Now, when it comes to creating a person in Hoowla, we're presented with a form for us to fill in some basic information. I'm going to start by putting in the client's details. I'm going to pop in an email address for the client because I want to get the quote emailed off to them. I've got the ability to record some contact numbers for that client. I can record more than one number, such as a home number. Let's get a work number in there as well. And I could even record a mobile number if I wanted to. As we go down, we've got the ability to record an address for the client. I can pop in a postcode. And let's do a quick lookup and we can find the address. And as we scroll down, there's more information that we could record. Some of it you may find important when quoting a client, but the rest of it you might not feel the need to fill in at this stage. One thing I am going to fill in though is the source. So where did the client hear about us? An important question to ask. So this particular client found us on Google. By me recording that, it means that we're able to load some reports up at a later date and find out where clients are finding out of us from. Now, this particular client is buying and selling with their wife. So I'd also want to record her details on the system as well. So I'm going to click Save and Add Partner. This will allow me to put Jane in. Brilliant. Now that I've got Jane and John's details saved, both of them are linked together, I'm going to go ahead and create a quote for them. We're now into our quote builder. The top box shows me who's involved in this quote, and I can see that both Jane and John are in there. In the details box, just below, I've got the ability to select which fee scale I want to base this quote off. In Hoowla, you've got the ability to save more than one fee scale, and you've got the option to select which one you want to base the quote off. I'm going to keep it just as the main fees. Now in this example, it's a sale and a purchase quote. So by doing a sale and a purchase quote in Hoowla, Hoowla is going to generate two quotes, but both of them are going to be emailed at the same time in the same email to the clients. Now, I connected my Hoowla account up to my land registry account. This is useful. When it comes to generating the quote, Hoowla is going to check against the addresses of the property with the land registry and pull down the title number and tenure. I've got the ability as well to send the quote off from a colleague's email address if I wanted to, just in that drop down box. I've also got the ability to add a custom message to the quote as well if I wanted to. Let's fill out the details of the properties. We're going to look up the address. Now we're going to use the address that I saved earlier from the client's person record, and let's enter in the value of the property. And we've got some options here to select based on the specifics about the transaction, so whether or not the client's buying with a mortgage, if the property's unregistered. All of these options will affect whether or not an additional supplemental charge will be added to the quote. Also, some of the options on the purchase side can affect the stamp duty and land registry fees that are calculated. let's look up the address for the purchase. Okay, and enter in a value. Let's say that they're buying with a mortgage. Right, now I'm ready to review. Click Calculate and Review. This is going to generate the quote and allow me to check it before it's sent out. So now I can see both the purchase quote and the sale quote has been generated. I want to, before I send these quotes out to the client, I'm actually going to change some of the details in the purchase quote. So let's look at how we edit a quote. So I'm just going to click View Quote on the purchase, and it takes me through to this screen for the actual quote. And in the bar at the top, there's an Edit button. If I give this a click, it's going to take me through to the edit mode of the quote where I can change any aspect of it. So for example, if I wanted to change the legal fee, let's change that, and I can do that. Let's say I wanted to add an additional supplement to the quote. I can click the Add Supplement button. It just adds another line item here. Let's say we're going to charge an expedited fee with this one, £100. Let's say as well that I wanted to remove a supplement. I could click this red X next to the bank transfer fee and it would remove it. So you can see you can change all aspects of this quote before it's sent out if you want. So you've got a lot of control over editing it. Now, as this is a purchase quote, we've got the land registry fees and the stamp duty fees being automatically calculated. Now let's say we knew that the property was unregistered and we wanted to use a higher fee scale, or let's say the client was a first-time buyer and we wanted to use the lower stamp duty fee scale. Those could have been selected on the previous screen, or you've got some tick boxes on the side here that allow you to change them. So if I was to tick first-time buyer, it would reduce the stamp duty fees. Right, I'm happy with this quote, so I'm just going to click Save, and all of my changes will have been saved. Now let's say it's ready to be sent out. All I need to do is click the Send button at the top, and Hoowla would do the rest of the work for us and pop those quotes in an email and get them sent out. If I wanted to print a quote out, I could click the Print button next to it as well. Some clients may want to leave with a print version of the quote out themselves. Perfect. And there we have it. We've generated a quote and we made some changes to it, and now we've just emailed it out to the client.